Hello and welcome to the RPG Blender, where we give lesser played games or forgotten settings the roll of the dice they deserve. I'm your host, Game Master George, thrilled to welcome you to the next chapter in our adventure. Our heroes have split a demon and escaped the dreaming prison. What new challenge awaits their return to the waking world? Find out as we explore a new land of power and ancient secrets in Exalted to Civilization. Hello and welcome to the RPG Blender. I'm of course your host, Game Master George, and joining me as we return to Exalted is Craig. Say hello, Craig.
Howdy, howdy, gang. I am Craig, playing Dirham Burra, and a fun fact about him is that he has a brother and a sister who are still alive in the world. What they're doing is yet to be seen.
And I was just itching to ask this question. What are their names?
Their names are Tifon and Simon.
Which is which?
Which one do you think is which?
I don't know.
Simone or Simon?
Could be Simone, Simone.
No. Simon and Tifon.
Okay.
Nice.
Have either of them, are they older or younger?
One is older, one is younger.
Did the older exalt?
I don't know.
They were not chosen of a dragon, as far as you know?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay. Then next up, we have, who do I go to next? I go to the rhyming one. Greg. Say hello, Greg.
Hello. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. Love you. Thank you.
And who are you playing?
Yes, the character that I play in this podcast at the moment is Adramalik, formerly known as Sinus Nadala, before he exalted and got shadow powers, and basically, you know, he can disappear, which is fun. Fun fact about him that is also fun is that he used to get bullied a bit as a child. That's not fun. Why did I say
fun?
that?
That's not a fun fact.
I don't know. I thought it'd make it relatable or
it's all right. I stumbled into this when I was like, he's the black sheep of the family. And we're
yeah,
like
after he lost that marble bout, you know, he kind of all he had going for him was the thing that he's good at marbles, and he lost, and that from there it was all just downhill.
I don't think it was the small fortune you lost for your family. It was
it's the marble prestige, you know, the marble circuit.
It was literally the beginning of the end for him. It led him down the path of crime and being a ne'er-do-well, and that led to his fall from grace and his family expelling him and banishing him and all that good stuff. So,
ooh, plot reveals in the pre-show. So I don't remember if we ever established this. Your mother is alive, right?
She's still alive, yeah. At least to my knowledge. I've been away from home for a long time.
Right.
Well, not
she was alive when you lost.
Oh yes, when I lost the marble bout for
and how
her.
did she react?
Yeah, she didn't really know that I took it. She thought one of the servants took it, and I said nothing because I didn't want to get in trouble. So they were flogged, and that's something that probably led Adramalik to probably recognizing like that he should be kind to people, because a lot of people suffered for his misdeeds. So as a sort of penance for that action, yeah.
Am I the only person thinking aloud that this is what led him down his sociopathic tendencies, leading a cult, stealing things, god tendencies? Am I the only? I don't know.
It's possible. It's very possible.
All right, just checking. Just checking.
That's why I'm kind to people. Give them new names. Don't
give them a home. Make them feed my monkey.
They love animals too. It's all part of the, you know.
They sure do when they're told to.
They're very good at listening. They're very good listeners. That's a quality aspect. Right? Let's not shame them for it.
That's true. We won't shame your slaves.
Okay. So, following that incredibly eye-opening question, let's go move on to our next player, Rich. Say hello, Rich.
Hello, everybody. I play Smiling Mountain, also known as Rakim, to exactly one person in the group. 2.5, maybe.
And
hello.
And
what the fun fact?
Fun fact.
Yes.
You're not escaping.
The fun fact is that Smiling Mountain was actually slated for his 21st birthday to an arranged marriage to strengthen ties between his house and another house.
What house?
The big one.
So forget what house. What happened?
So close.
Tell the story.
Or are you not 21 yet? How old is Smiling Mountain?
Smiling Mountain is actually, I guess, because of the time that it's passed, he's probably probably like exactly like 21, 22 by now, because I was 19 when the campaign
You
started.
missed
No,
your
it was
wedding?
1 year. It was like 1 year
Never
later.
mind. So in next year, I'm supposed to get married. Obviously, this is not
Except
that.
your family probably thinks you're dead at this point.
Oh yeah,
I mean-
that would also
I
be
mean, yeah,
ideal.
reports are in. He's a corpse because of that.
I mean,
werewolf
it's a
thing.
corpse you find though. Like nobody's like, oh, what happened to this? You know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. There's the up and coming one. No, I'm gonna say it's the Moneybags one,
Moneybags one.
because I'm from the old power, like the old like war one,
Mm-hmm. You are. You are from.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, which one are you from?
We'll cut all this out in post, but yeah,
Oh, you're from House Kathak?
that's what it says.
The one that your friend Dirham
Wow.
pretended to be.
Yeah.
I was about to
Catholic
say.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I got the idea from him. He was like, "It's
and-
good house." Like, all right.
Which house did you say that you were the one you were engaged to?
I'm trying
I
to see.
wonder if he like ruined a really important
Don't
peace
say it,
treaty.
don't say
I
it,
wonder.
don't
If
say it,
Probably.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
What's
Oh,
the?
God.
It's the one with they have lots of money. The money one.
Ah, House Sinus.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I tried to make you all somewhat noble.
Awesome.
All right, so
But yeah, it was a big deal. I was born a big deal, so it was
Yeah.
like I was betrothed at like
big deal.
10.
How big were you when you were born?
That's a fun
I was
a very
probably
good question.
already like too big. Like they had to do surgery for mothers to get me out. Like there was.
Ooh, C-section.
But
in medieval
everyone
society?
knew that everyone knew that I was going to be.
She survived.
She lived.
Oh no,
that
she did.
too?
She did survive. The thing is that there were like sages and stuff that were like, no, like the spirit of the earth and the mountain has like blessed your son. Like the dragons knew that I was going to be big.
They just didn't know you were gonna be there.
Yeah, they didn't know the other part, the exalted thing, probably not so much.
Idiots.
But even
Got
my
'em.
father and mother, they were not of super high status, but even just bearing me moved them up in status in the world.
Okay, well, that's all going to change if they ever find out what happened. Anyway.
Yup.
It won't.
Hitting us with that. Oh god.
Oh yeah. Oh no. If it's discovered what you are, your houses will be forced to either hunt you down themselves and get rid of you, or face great sanction and well, we'll leave it there.
Retribution.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on, we have Ed. Say hello, Ed.
Howdy, 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 team. How we doing? My name is Ed. I am playing Strings Like Fingers, and a fun fact about strings that I'm sure won't come up at all today in any way, shape, or form is that his favorite beach pastime is surfing, which he is remarkably good at.
Yeah, you better not botch that roll now. That's all I gotta say.
Don't know. Hey, I got that Dex. It better be a Dex fucking roll, because if it's not, I have.
It's
I have
going to be
truly
ride
backed
surfboard.
the
It's going to be
wrong
so
horse.
specific.
Yeah,
I don't think it's possible for you to back the wrong horse.
you're getting
Speaking of horses,
bureaucracy.
Invincible 2 is also extremely good
endurance.
at surfing.
All right,
I
so do you
want to
ride
see that.
Invincible 2 while surfing? Do you have a
No,
massive
don't be
surfboard
fucking
that can
insane, George. That's crazy. He has his own surfboard, and so do I.
Oh, no.
Don't be crazy. What the hell, man?
I think we
fair
found
enough.
our jumping the shark.
Jumping
Surfing the
shark,
horse.
He
shark
did
has
that
become
once.
surfing the horse.
Yeah,
Careful, guys. We don't want to surf the horse.
yeah. Well, I think we're surfing the horse here. We might want to
Speak for
pull back. a bit.
yourselves.
All right. Well, with that out of the way, let's get back into the action. So, last time, our heroes approached the end of the dream. After a lengthy discussion, it was agreed that they would attempt to find a way to bind this dream spirit demon creature, to renew its binds, and to force it to split itself into an opposing half, something that would invoke fear in the dreams of humanity, as well as hope to counterbalance it. With that in mind, Adramalik summoned the emissary, who was able to teach Dirham a somewhat advanced magic, which Dirham should not have been able to learn, but through the teachings of the emissary and perhaps some innate gift from his shard, he was able to at least manage the power to learn this one spell. And with it, they attempted to bind Zeke, the nightmare cloud. And as they did, the dream shattered, the binding made, and they were all ejected from the dream with their newfound spoils and 2 new acquaintances, one of which Suma, roiling in anger at the interpreted betrayal, has stormed off. Teo, the fire spirit, relishing the new freedom, has sailed off into the sky, leaving you alone. 4 of you, a monkey and a horse.
We probably could have got a new party member if we had went water. You know, that's fine. Whatever.
Not everybody can
What
be
was that,
FIFA
Ricky?
friends.
What? You gotta speak up. I'm sorry. Uba, quiet, Uba. Rakim is speaking. I know. I'm happy to see you too. Okay, yes. No, not the ear. Please, not the ear. Look, I have some. Play with the marble. Rakim, go ahead.
Nothing. Let's go back. Do we have a boat?
You do have a boat. You did have a boat. Whether it's still there or not, you'll find out.
Oh.
How like, do I have like a beard or like a bigger beard? How's my shave going?
Well, how was it shaved when you went in?
Like neat and tight.
It is neat-ish and tight-ish.
Few days.
Time has passed.
I'm hungry.
It is
Why
like
don't
the
we-
step beyond Craig's beard toward mine.
Ooh.
Why don't we make our way back to where hopefully our boat still is, and,
Oh no.
and just assess how we're going to be traveling.
Yeah, I'll follow Dirham. I want to get to the boat because
I'm already
Uba's-
just standing on my invincible horse.
Uba's
Like, I'll
hungry.
go wherever, man.
And I will attempt to trailblaze us back to where we once were.
Attempt. You know, if you just said that you did it, I probably wouldn't have made you roll for it. But
Oh,
since you
you
said
said
attempt,
I came here to roll dice, George. I didn't look for handouts. I never
fair
look for handouts.
enough. All right, so let's get your. I gotta print out one of your sheets, so I don't need to go through this whole book every time.
What do you want? You want some
Survival. I want your
Oh,
wit
shoot.
survival roll.
with survival? Okay, sure. So pulling out just his short sword, his mundane like short sword that he has hanging on his hip. He'll just occasionally chop away brush as he's looking for other signs and indications of perhaps some of the trail markings that they would have put there while they were on their way.
I'm gonna use my flashback. We definitely did trail markings.
Okay, so are you actually using your flashback to leave trail markings?
I feel like we're at the end of the journey, unless you're gonna throw like a river snake monster at us. And what am I gonna do then? Get a bunch of salt?
I
don't know.
Salt sounds pretty great actually in that situation.
All right, so then, Rakim, you can give me your wit survival roll to leave some good old trail markings.
Okie dokie.
We all have survival, right? Right? We all have survival.
I do.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Alright.
good at stealing and hiding.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I didn't put any points into survival.
Cool.
Do I? What do I need it for? Do I need to survive a hotel lobby? Explain
yeah,
yourself.
It's really, like you don't really have to do. Also, I have people who
It
wait
makes
on
sense these two don't have it.
me. The
Gosh, boys.
members of my my organization that is not a cult. It's my organization of like-minded individuals.
So as I am going through, I'm gonna see if I can get stunts for this.
Okay. Good start.
As I am going through, I'm doing like my my normal thing. I'm like licking the dirt for no reason, like I like to do. I look over at Nidala, who is kissing his monkey on the mouth, and I think, I don't want to look at this. And I look to my right, and I see Strings kissing his horse on the mouth, and I'm like, gee, why? And I just look forwards, and I think we will probably not be able to find their way back. I don't think these people have ever been in the woods. And I start taking big handfuls out of like tree bark as we walk, just
of little
You
things.
see him literally just reaching out and grabbing whole chunks of tree as he's walking. Okay, so you can give me a brawl wits roll.
I mean, I actually have
Brawl
good
wits.
survival, but
Oh
that's
my
okay. It's a
God.
little higher.
Brawl
Super
wits.
nice.
Oh, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good.
And
I
you
got
can
one
have
more
a
success.
2-dot stunt.
Warrior poet.
Nice.
And I got one more,
Nice.
so that is a total of 6.
Okay, 6. You can get 6 dice to your roll there, Dirham.
Just look for the big handprints
To make
it's
your
not
way
a natural
back to-
formation.
6 is dope. That's amazing. Okay, and that's wits survival. I probably need those, honestly, if I'm being truthful. I have survival. I'm like a hair better than these animal kissing animals. Okay, let's see here. Thank you. We have 6.
Wasn't your character built to be an Indiana Jones type character?
Yeah, I leaned more on the stats, like not the skills. I thought having a strong foundation there, like I'm probably pretty diesel when you look at the stats and compare it. Like, you know what? I don't need to brag. I'm not here to brag about myself. I'm just here to play.
No, clearly you are. Please keep going.
Well, okay. Well,
Please.
just to
Do
spell
go
it out
on.
there. If you ever saw Kenichi, the Ultimate Disciple, I'm the guy who's got like the pink muscle build. You guys don't know what that is. This is a deep digression. The point is, I'm pretty. Just edit this out. Let's go. Okay.
Okay. You start making your way north, and it's not hard to find the chunks of tree missing from where Smiling Mountain had ripped it away during your trek here.
Oh, there it is. Nothing's going to grow back there. Okay, let's keep going.
It'll take years.
Sure will.
Yes, you can. Yep. All right, and you make your way back toward Nachara, the wealthy city to the north, sitting along the river. You make your way there without much hassle, where you eventually do find your boat. The boat lent to you by Hierarch Devora, waiting for your return.
Perfect.
There is the boat. Oh, glorious day, Uber. We shall have full stomachs tonight. I think a feast is in order. What do you say, Strings? Well, Dirham, Rakim, what do you think? A feast?
I always think.
Very well. I shall have my associates prepare a meal for us. Sarah, come. And I clap my hands and I scurry up the side of the boat and making loud calls for all of my followers who came with us to begin preparing a meal for my compatriots.
I turn to my friends who are still on shore and I go, "How long have we been gone for? Have they just been waiting here?"
Days? I don't know.
Great. That's a great question.
Don't worry about it. I've been gone for months before, but they're always sticking around. I shout from atop the boat.
God, he's got good hearing. Jeez.
He's going to get to use that in the ambush.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Time for me to get ambushed, baby. Let's do it.
Dirham, following Strings' very perceptive note, will just grab one of the random people who are probably scrambling from Adramalik's orders to get things moving and cooking and stuff. He'll just grab one person. Excuse me. How long has it been since we left the boat?
Well, since you left the boat, been about 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Which is to let you know, you spent about a week each direction trekking through the woods. This is not a short trip.
Oh, okay. So I feel better
so
about that. So we
this
weren't
whole
actually
trip-
like, okay, great.
This whole trip from Nexus to that point took 4 weeks, and it was about 3 weeks on boat and then a week trekking through the jungle.
But that means we were asleep for like 3 or 4 days. We were just
We just passed out in the middle of the woods. I mean, we were lucky the animal did not eat us.
right. We should have been picked to pieces.
No,
Hey.
Uba and Invincible 2 would have protected us.
Actually,
So many corpses.
I
And I'm
believe
sure they did. You ever been kicked by
sorry.
a god horse? It's not something you want to have happen to you twice.
Smiling Mountain may have information regarding that.
About being kicked by a god horse?
No, about your bodies.
That makes more sense.
Does Rich want to give me an intelligence check?
Are you holding out on us? You holding out
Oh
on us?
yeah,
Rich?
I
Son of
learned
a
something
bitch.
before, but I don't remember what. Could you just play back that part of the episode and then just tell us?
Oh, yeah. Use your flashback to just go back an episode.
Right. Use the
But
flashback.
I
to
as
get meta
Rich
info.
need the flashback.
I know.
We get a player flashback?
When you were attempting to reach your body outside of the dream, and you could find no contact with
Oh yeah, we were in the dream actually, like for real, right?
I
You know, I'll
suppose-
just let you finish your statement. My bad.
Who, me or?
Oh, did I get it right? George was looking at me like I had 7 heads, so I was
No,
like,
no.
I don't
Okay.
understand.
You
Oh,
were,
so I
you were
tell-
in Smiling Mountain voice, so I wasn't sure if you were talking.
Not until the commentary. You keep execute DVD commentary. I say, oh, our bodies were in. We probably got transported out there. I don't think we were ever asleep. I am good at knowing, there's a lot to keep track. That was definitely us inside Dream. We were not project.
So we were in there for days then.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that works out then. I mean, all things considered, it didn't feel like that, but I guess we were in there for days.
How many days did it take you to train your charm?
Oh shit! Right. And I played off like it meant nothing because
Oh, yeah, actually, it wasn't that long.
I just whatever. It just felt like nothing. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was like
Time is an illusion.
2 days.
It was like 4 days or
You
something
got-
like that
you
because
got
I
it
didn't have
cut in
time to
half.
do anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 4
Yeah.
days.
It was 4 days? Oh, okay.
Because I believe it required a cult 4.
Right.
And it takes days
Oh,
equal
yeah.
to your.
Right.
release.
Really didn't feel like that at all because Craig doesn't remember how long things take.
Well, it also didn't really feel like that because the sun, the moon, there weren't really the same movements of the heavens that you're used to in creation until that finishing moment when the moon rose high above head at the time of the ritual.
Right. I say all of that. Okay. We have the boat. Let's just see about getting it resupplied and get moving, shall we? We do have to bring the boat back, don't we? I assume, This was Lent.
It was definitely Lent, and I feel like it would be in good manners to make sure it gets.
I mean, where would we go anyway? I mean, we probably should get back and then navigate from there. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back. Everybody on the boat.
Alonzi!
You make your way onto the boat. You find a delicious meal waiting for you, courtesy of Adramalic's Not Cult. You also find that the ship is well supplied, well stocked at this point, as they have been awaiting your arrival with bated breath.
What are you guys eating for those 2 weeks? Did you starve yourselves?
No, of course not. They've been foraging around and whatnot. I mean, there's a whole jungle out there. You can't really expect them to sit
There was
here
all this
on
food
the
right
beach.
here!
That was food for the master.
Oh, no, it's for everyone. We share our wealth. I mean, after all, these are our friends. We've been traveling all this way and been with them so long. Who else would they be to us?
Dirham turns to that person who was answering the questions and just like quietly, personally says, "Blink twice if you're in danger." And he just stares like stone faced, like just
the person never breaks eye contact with a wide smile on their face, blinking in just the normal rate. Would you like me to be in danger?
No.
Little.
Yep, nope, don't know how I feel about that.
Okay, let's eat. And he pulls up a chair.
But before you eat, of course, the course for the animals, Uba and Invincible too.
Of course, then your Not Cult come out. One is carrying a small bowl. Uba quickly scurries up to them, jumps onto their shoulder, and then is nicely cupped in the arm. And then another servant comes up and begins picking the food out from the bowl and feeding it bit by bit to Uba. At which point, 2 more servants come out carrying a big trough between the 2 of them, laden with the best grains and carrots and whatever else horses eat.
Apples.
Apples, sure.
Apples.
And just puts it directly in front of Invincible 2, who reacts, I imagine, by gorging himself. Yes, I'm not under obligation to voice that one.
We're on the Foley today, man. It's gonna be loud and weird.
There you go.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
You got to get a little closer for your mic to pick it up better.
No, we're good. We're
nobody
fine. No,
wants
we're fine.
that. nobody wants that.
Inbound
so
comments.
good.
Everybody wants that.
Right.
No. Welcome to our fantasy ASMR horse eating fucking
Right.
podcast. I hate
Horse
everything.
eating? That's let's
Horse
get
eating.
some grammar in.
Oh no.
You know, there might be horse meat on the table. We don't know.
It's gonna get rid of my eardrums.
We don't know.
Oh, it is a wonderful meal.
I Smiling Mountain looks like he does not care about what is happening or these people's clear abuse. I'm like, you've signed up for this, and I just eat happily. I recruit all the smart ones. It's been established that all the people are like, this is stupid. I'm like, boy, do I have a place for you instead.
Did you bring any people along?
I imagine I have probably a few because I have a bit now because I upgraded my army.
But did you choose to bring any of them with you, or are they all camped out?
I probably have like a handful because I literally get the people that are like, no, and so it makes sense that a few of them are on the boat to go back, so I can send them to my other forces.
Okay.
Every 12 I send them. So right now, let's say there's a roll d12. This makes it.
I don't know what's happening.
There's
So
7.
how big is this boat?
It's a fair-sized boat, but I mean, even a moderately sized boat could fit a lot of people.
Okay.
I assume. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like a man of war, but it's like, we got like 30 people on this thing, right? Like 30
I only
people.
have 4
I mean,
people anyway.
if you still have the map, the river is actually pretty big.
Yeah.
And this is a very wealthy city that you're passing. You're not anywhere near the grandiose nature of Nexus, of course, but it sits at a very profitable point.
Nice.
All right. And does anybody do anything on their last night before they head back to Nexus?
Do we want to get a job here really fast? They have a lot of money.
Oh, I'm always one to ask for money and receive money and do anything for money. Why not? What do you think, Strings?
I mean, as antithetical as everything you just said is to my state of mind, I'm not sure I'm in a place to refuse money. Money does sound, yeah, let's do
Money's
that.
pretty good, right? Yeah,
Money's
money
pretty
is
good.
good. Yeah.
I mean, I feel a bigger question is, what's our next step?
Well, besides returning the boat, we don't really have anything.
Oh, yes, I do have to return to Nexus. I have to check in on everyone at the house, see how they're doing.
Really, what we should probably do is look for more for information on more Ascendant. Yeah.
That's not a bad call. Try to find more like us.
Well, Nexus is a hub in this world. We would do well to begin our search there, I would assume.
It's good not to what's the word? You don't make where you eat.
Ah,
Yeah,
very wise.
we've made quite a commotion in Nexus. It might be wiser for us to allow that to cool a bit. Sort of while we were there, one of the leaders was pretty much removed, creating a different power dynamic there. We brought in the daughter of a god. We made a couple of big moves. It might be better for us to take care of business and try and keep our eyes elsewhere. It might be worthwhile to see what this city could offer us, and potentially any leads as well, jobs or for more of us.
I acquiesce to your stratagems. Carry on, Cathiclau.
My name's Dirham.
Sorry, what was that? Did you have any of that?
My name is Dirham
The sound
Barath.
of that is really good. Dirham Barath, what?
You not know this? Is this a surprise to you?
Lao is Dirham Barath? Dirham Barath, is that like an alien? We're using aliases for this new town? Okay.
I point at Rakim and I say, what's his name?
Oh, that's Rakib.
Okay.
I just nod. It's fine.
Yeah, I nod at you and I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
I'm
Very
also
well,
smiling now.
Dirham Barath, on to the neighboring city. After we finish this meal, of course. There's 3 courses, so I mean, well, let's not be too hasty.
And what do you do with all the stuff that you brought out of the dream?
What stuff is that per se? It's pretty much just the weapons, right?
And
the
the
weapons,
painting.
the loot, and the tapestry of...
The painting or the
What's the
tapestry.
loot? Oh, the loot,
one that
as in
strings
L-U-T-E, not
yeah,
L-O-O-T.
yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh, did we get money bags?
No.
Okay.
Nah, brah. Nah, brah.
And the tapestry.
And the tapestry.
That still
well-
shows the weird underdark thing that's going on, right? Weird.
Oh,
evil.
well, it depends on how close you get to it. If you put it down and walk away, it kind of rewinds a bit, and then as you draw closer, it moves forward to that moment.
Right. Does anyone else see anything? Actually, that's a question. Sarah, could you come over here for a second?
Of course, sir.
Tell me, what do you see in that beautiful painting over there?
A tapestry is a woven like rug thing that hangs.
Damn it! It's a woven rug. What do you see?
I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong about that.
Oh,
You
yeah,
are
you're
not.
right.
No, you got it.
I keep hearing tapestry, and my brain is like, oh, like a beautiful painting. I don't
It's
know
like
why.
a cloth
Okay.
painting, sure.
It's a painting made of yarn.
had
Yeah,
to
no, you got it.
Stitch.
Yeah,
Yarning,
you got
okay.
it.
All right. It's a painting of the most beautiful blue sky.
Could you walk towards the painting and just tell me what you see as you walk towards it, in great detail? I'm most curious.
Dirham leans over to Mountain and goes, he's going to drive that poor person insane.
Why don't you just take 2 steps? Yes, Sarah.
Going to drive them insane?
Okay.
I'll be a little sad if Sarah dies, but at the same time,
Won't die. Won't die. Fate worse than death. Won't die.
Yep, nope.
Okay, so as Sarah approaches the tapestry, you can see it again, fast forwarding. It is moving at a slower rate, however, than when you approach it. And rather than showing a map of creation as it's progressing, it's instead just focusing on a building within Nexus. And you can see it, the passings of people, her moving into it and through it, until eventually you see the building shake. Something happens and it collapses in on itself. And that is where the tapestry stops when she draws next to it.
Does she react?
Never been to that building.
She looks disturbed by it as she's approaching, but she keeps her composure, as she rolled very well.
Sarah, please come back here, my dear. You have done a great service to me. Thank you so much.
Of course, sir. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
Not at this time. You've been more than enough, my child.
Please let me know however I can serve you.
Eat your fill, my daughter.
Turns to Mountain and mouths, my child.
I'm sorry, were you offering her the food from the table?
Yes, I offer her the food from the table.
Assuming that's not normal?
Yes, that is not normal.
Okay, cool. While she kept her composure while approaching the tapestry, as you offer her the food, a look of shock and adoration crosses her face. I may dine with you, sir.
Of course. Please, sit here
She
at my
begins
side.
openly weeping as she approaches the table, kneels before it, and then picks up a single bite of food and slowly places it into her mouth before covering her head with her hands and crying softly to herself.
I look at Dirham. I look at Dirham and I go, people are fucking. I mean, if he did not have them, they would have been knife wielding death god worshippers. I mean, this is probably for the best. This is like a boys and girls club, right?
I have to
not-
describe Craig's face. His eyebrows, if they could go any higher, they would leave his skull.
To be clear, Rich absolutely fucking agrees. I feel like I'm gaslighting Craig right now. His mouth's just like, oh, fucking
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I mentioned a couple sessions ago that my fun fact is I hate the rich. So this is like really rough for Strings. Just like,
This
I don't
isn't
think I'm
even the
eating
rich. The
food,
rich
I'm just
don't even
sitting
live like
there.
this, baby.
No, I know. This is just like everything I hate. I'm just sitting there at this table like, I don't know what to do. This guy's my friend, but I don't like it.
I watch these people sign up for this.
Yeah, Dirham, you probably see like his jaw tighten, and you might hear the faint dragging of teeth as he looks around the room and observes what any of the other people are doing as she is weeping profusely, eating a piece of morsel from this banquet.
Okay. Give me a perception socialize. Perception,
Cool.
the stat I should have been having you use for that
Cool.
previously.
That would have been good.
It's fine.
It's fine. Anybody who actually plays and likes the system, stopped listening to us a long time ago.
Oh, big oop.
My brains.
I got a 2.
Got a 2. Okay. The majority of them are watching with a look of envy on their face. There's one that looks a little bit put out, but the majority is just, oh, I wish I was her.
He's wiping his brow with his hand and sighing deeply. I think you probably heard the sigh.
All right, so are we going back to Nix's first thing coming back here? Do we want to check for work here? Or are we worried if we start doing that, then get stuck?
I think
I was of the opinion we would begin as soon as we finished our dinner.
that's a good idea. At least put our ear to the ground. We don't need to commit to anything, but while we're here, find out what's going on. That's the end of that sentence.
Vocal inflection, important.
Yes, very good. I think that's an excellent idea. Strings, how are you doing? Did you finish that?
I'm looking over at Invincible, who's just like, I'm just like that. Oh my god.
Invincible eat very similarly.
I light my pipe and I go, this is great. This is just great.
Good, my friends. I'm so happy. I'm overcome with joy. This truly has been a wonderful time being with you.
You know, I agree. This has been such a success. Perhaps we truly celebrate before we get to work. Why don't we have everyone here just join in the meal? Come along, everyone. And
a
Dirham
capital
starts
idea. There's plenty
waving
of food.
people over to the table. I'm sure Lord Adramalik would not mind sharing his bounty after such a great success with all of you.
Truly, his magnanimity
you?
knows no bounds.
Usually, I mean, I would have no problem with that. You know what? You're right. Everyone, come and join in with the feast. Sarah, my dear, I shall have to find another way of rewarding you. You may come to my private chambers tonight.
Sir. Wait, what?
Ladies and gentlemen, what you just witnessed was real unscripted podcasting.
I'm waiting for that George Gregg sex scene. Here we go.
That's for the Patreons.
Yes. The tabletop OnlyFans.
So the Patreon leads you to an OnlyFans.
What role is that? What are you rolling?
Right.
Is that stamina, charisma? What
It's
are we looking at?
stamina performance, of course.
Stamina, obviously.
Of course.
Manipulation? No.
Or well, we don't have to get into that.
But it's already
Let's
taken
not
place.
get into that. We
Play
can
us
wait
off,
until we
boys.
get to that part.
Oh, and Greg is regretting that line now.
Oh, I really am. I mean, I was just gonna give her stuff from like a prize from my like treasure trove of like trinkets.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah. Give her a prize from the treasure trove.
Oh God!
Right.
Oh gosh. He means a literal one, like when you went to the dentist as a kid and they had that little bucket of little toys or
Yeah, like
candy,
popsicles,
oddly. and-
Yeah.
Gonna give her
That's
your
exact-
popsicle, eh?
You are throwing all over the plate.
Okay. Anyway, at that invitation, all of them slowly approach, and they don't have quite the same reaction that Sarah did, probably because of the obvious hesitation in Adramalik's voice. But they all do enjoy a slight taste of the food. Sarah has not lost her look of adoration and adulation.
That's we eat up unless anything else wants to happen.
All right, let's go. I say, holding another like turkey leg.
So I ask again, what do you do with all that stuff?
Oh, right.
With the gear, right? That's the question.
I'm gonna carry it on me. I'm not leaving it on this fucking boat. It's an artifact. Until we find like a way to store it. Wrap it up, put it in a blanket, wrap it up in like a carpet, put it in a blanket, and then just go.
Yeah. Do you have any linens or rough spun wool?
I just put it on my
something of the like that we could
I just put my blanket around it. I have like camping, sleeping stuff.
Oh, okay. Then there you go. Throw some belts around that or rope, and then call it a day.
If you would like, I could have some of my compatriots provide
No, I'm all
quilting of some kind.
You've already fed us. I'm good.
We have a lot of extra, like cloth lying around. We got to make robes all the time. You know how it is.
What are the robes for?
I gesture to the dozens of people wearing robes and hoods and stuff.
He's leaning all the way into it. Just all the way in.
The robes! The cult robes!
Oh, okay, there we go.
He said it!
There we go. Bing, 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 bing.
Color are your cult
Funny
robes?
on episode 11.
It's their backwards snuggies. I don't get why you guys are so uptight about this.
What color are your cult robes?
Black, of course. They're a deep black.
I'm surprised you didn't have them be, what is it, turquoise? What's your favorite color? Aquamarine or something?
Oh, that's for the inner circle, of course.
There's an inner circle?
Guess we'll meet them one day.
Yeah.
I don't think he said that in character. So,
Oh.
you wrap all that up in
Go.
in a blanket, random blanket.
Yeah, just put a blanket around
The
the
ancient god weapons and
Not the god weapons. The god weapons, we're just wearing them. Like, they're just around.
all of them.
Nah, dude, just bundle them. Bundle them.
All right, I bundle
Bundle them all up. Yeah, so it just
Yes,
looks like
I have
a
all of
pack
them
that's just
because,
in his back. Yeah, we don't want to ceremoniously carry these things around. We want it to look like it's
except for the ones that we're carrying.
yeah, except
Okay.
for our gear, in which it's like, hey, don't mess with us. We will kill you.
Strings has the loot, and where is the tapestry?
The tapestry. Yeah,
On my
yeah.
back.
Fold it up, put it in his backpack.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the circle, it's like a little carpet. Now it's in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
so-
a map carrying case for me.
Yeah.
And so, what do you do?
Going into town
We make our way into the town.
or the rich city.
And do what?
We need to find for one, how is this place? The Nexus is neutral, so as we go around, we should find out what check their temperature.
Allegiances.
Their affiliations. Yeah.
You can give me an intelligence lore roll to know the history.
And I'm just gonna talk to people about.
I'll do that.
You're going to openly talk to people, be like, "Hey, are you a rebel?"
No, I'm just gonna
Do you
try
work
to get.
for the rebels?
Gonna take some temperatures.
Let me take your temperature with my giant hand, little man.
People love it.
The people love it. Gotta give them what they want.
It is oddly soothing. A giant hand on your face.
Go to sleep.
Yikes.
Oh boy, slap happy. All right, what is your intelligence lore there, person who's rolling it?
Me, and it's 4.
Okay. Nachara is part of the realm, though the guild does have operations here occasionally, and they do reach out to many other organizations throughout creation for assistance in various things, but the government is part of the realm.
Great. And just for our listeners, the realm in relation to us as Exalted or anathemas, as we are assumed to be, they are opposed to us.
Oh yeah, they're the ones leading the
Hunting.
pogroms against you.
The pogroms, the dragon blood, and all that goodness. Okay, cool.
Jasper.
Yes, that is the nation that the Scarlet Empress founded, which, hunts anathema using the Immaculate Order.
Is the Scarlet Empress, is Scarlet her name, or is that just her title, the Scarlet Empress?
Good question. That's all anybody knows her by, or knew her by before she vanished.
That's her moniker from her days of old.
The Empress Scarlett Johansson.
When she vanished 5 years ago during calibration.
So before we fan out, Dirham will say to everybody, so this city is aligned with the realm, and as such, we, in our more honest forms, would probably not do so well. So, subtlety, I caution you all.
Oh, my friend, I'm a master of the art of subtlety, I say. And then I... to Uba, who crawls away from the servants holding out the plate of grapes, and he hops up onto my shoulder and snuggles up right up there. Shall we?
Yes, let's. And Dirham starts walking.
All right, so we.
Adjumalik will swagger after him, giving little scritches to Uba, who lets out little shrieks of like.
So the way we found strings was by finding out people who are on a hunt. So similarly, when we find out about any other hunts and kind of with our nose.
Agreed. If we could find any sort of connection to the Immaculate Immaculate Order, we'd probably be able to find out where their next targets were, their next suspicions. If we could pilfer that information, we could then find where their next target was, beat them to it, and either correct some heinous wrong that's being done in the world, or find more of us and help direct them in the right direction.
Show them the right path.
You got it. This place looks very nice, though. It's not like, they don't look like they have a lot of problems here as far as, like, not a lot of big things seemingly.
Give me your perception awareness.
Okie dokie. Nothing there, so that was convenient. All right.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna say, I'm great at this. That's all right. All right. We got 110, so that's 2.
Yeah.
The city looks nice. There's finery at most places. Yeah, it seems to be a fairly rich mercantile town, though not as large or wealthy as Nexus itself.
It's true, and there was an ascension there, so I guess we cannot judge book by cover. So I guess for now we just look for Immaculate Order people, like you said.
Wouldn't hurt. Or at a minimum, other individuals who might be in the know, who might be easier to converse with.
You got a 4 on your roll of the lore of this place?
I did.
Okay, noted.
So a couple of different directions we could go in. Find places of note within the city, common social holes, pubs, things of the like. Perhaps they have means of entertainment here where other people might be more willing to converse, perhaps fighting pits or something of the like.
Do they have a guild house? Do they have guild houses of the Immaculate Order?
There are guilds that visit here.
No, not the guild. Like, are there like places for the Immaculate Order? Like, oh, this is
like a headquarters or a barracks?
Yeah.
Though this is part of the realm, I'm not sure if the Immaculate Order is installed here, but
That's
worth checking. Well, we should be able to recognize the trappings if they do.
Considering you were,
A part of it.
for a while, yeah.
and as part of that, give me your intelligence lore to see if you remember any kind of information about stations or anything of the like.
I will leave that to you. Good
Sure.
friend.
I scratch my head real hard and I go, and my brow furrows as I think
Think's a good thought.
far into the center of my brain. Pretty good stunt, right? Probably a 3-er, I would think, for this adventure.
Yeah,
right?
that was some good thinking.
Thank you.
I
Thank
was the
you.
first
You can have
Sure.
1 dot
We've
stun.
ever seen.
Pity.
5-dot stunt?
5-dot stunt. Another 4. 4.
Okay. As far as you can recall, there was no base of operations within Nachara. Not for lack of trying, but there was always resistance from the local government to actually allowing them to set up a permanent base here.
Oh, that's
Strange.
nice. At a minimum, the bad news is there's definitely not a sort of settlement for the Immaculate Order here. The good news is the reason was because there was pushback from the government. So though they are part of the realm, they still prefer their own uniqueness, their ability to stand on their own.
Then that is to our advantage.
Doesn't mean we should be glowing or shadowing everywhere,
of course
but
not. Yes. I will adhere to our disguises, Dirum Barath. And I wink very pointedly at him.
he stares coldly back and goes, "You mean our normal people forms? What we always look like? That thing."
I don't. Okay, whatever.
I'm gonna
Wow.
polish off that turkey leg in one go, and I just started walking.
He does like that bite that people do with chicken wings
Right.
sometimes, but he's just so big he puts the whole turkey leg in his mouth and it's
Pulls
just
out
gone.
the bone.
Throws it out, just super cartoon style, and we're out.
Yep. And he's gone.
Okay. So, what is your actual approach?
Dirham's gonna look for, like, I don't know, the places of entertainment in this city. If they have like theaters or like gambling areas or pit fight arenas or
I go with Dirham. That sounds good.
or those kind of spots, places where in theory the city will let their hair down, so to speak.
Okay. And what is your method of doing so? Are you just wandering around the city until you find the red light district?
I guess probably moving towards the mercantile like area. If I see vendors and whatnot, peruse, and then based on, I guess I'm just sort of eyeballing to see someone who looks casual enough, not somebody who might button up around us, because we are a pretty colorful looking bunch. So really somebody who is looking for business, who will be willing to talk, versus someone who looks at us and shirks back, considering we have a giant man walking behind us, person with a 3-foot pipe that he's smoking, dude with a monkey, and then me. Which
You blend in the best. I mean,
I do, because I look the most Charlie Brown mundane out of them all, but
Okay. And who is going with Dirham?
I'll
I
go with
will.
him.
I will go. Oh, okay, sure. No strings. Go for it. Yeah.
All
Actually, you know what? I want to do some shopping.
All go.
Yeah, everybody, come on, come on, let's just.
It's our beach episode.
It's our beach episode. We got to go to the shops.
Yeah, I want to buy clothes. I want to go clothes shopping.
We don't have a lot of money. That was the whole point of this too. So let's not.
I will literally like just pickpocket people and then use that to buy things.
You're a son of a bitch, and I love you.
Going to jail tonight, boys.
It's actually amazing. That's really good.
I don't think any of you actually have the wealth thing.
Yeah, as we're walking by, if I see a rich-looking person, I'm just gonna snag his coin purse really quick and just keep walking. You know.
How much wealth do you have?
Like I think it's like 2.5 because we have some left over from the.
Wealth is an actual merit that you can have.
We had
resources.
We had resources 1.
Oh my bad. You're right.
That we.
I'm gonna look up wealth. Maybe I'm gonna open up a mining business.
It's resources is what it is, and that covers your
expenses.
Can I use my flashback to be really rich?
I thought that's what you don't like.
He hates that he is. He hates that he is.
I hate rich people. I don't hate me being rich.
No. He's flashbacking for resources. It was Strings walking through Nexus, and then he just found a coin purse with nobody around.
No, the flashback is just, my dad or my granddad bought me some stock when I was like 6 that I forgot about. Now here that I am 32, I'm just like, oh yeah, I should probably check on that. Turns out Bamboo has had a huge growth in the market over the years, and truly those stocks just went fucking crazy. So
those bamboo stocks, they shoot
like
up.
5 wealth right there, easy.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, those bamboo stocks shoot right up.
Killing me.
Need that rattan.
It just leaves the rest of the market in the dust.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no, I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't do any of this.
Okay. I will take a Dex larceny roll from you.
Dex larceny?
I assume you're not actually doing your pickpocketing in the background, right? Strings, you're not actually using a flashback to try to do something.
No.
Okay, good.
Unless I could. No, I'm not going to do it. But what if I. No, I'm good.
Okay.
Unless.
Is this my first roll of the session? All right. Where is. I'm sorry, I'm struggling. Dex and larceny, you said? Okay, I have a proficiency for pickpocket, so that is 4 for larceny, and Dex is 5, so that's 9. And I'm going to do this with my patented technique. I'm going to lean over to Uba and I'm going to say, execute routine number 42. And Uba is going to jump off my shoulder and sort of scamper along the ground and like run in between people's legs, and they're like, oh, like a monkey, what? And then as they like kind of like look back and they're distracted, I'm just going to casually like slip up right behind, nick the coin purse, snag it, and be like, oh, sorry, excuse me, I'll get, that's mine. Come back here, Uba. And I'll kind of like scamper after him. And that's what I do. Do I get a stunt for that badass role play right there?
You can have a 2-dot stunt.
Yeah, there we go. And that is 7 successes.
7 successes. Okay. Yeah, it's easy enough to get a couple people's coin purses as you do this. There's not as much shock to the sight of your monkey as you are nearer to its place of origin than you were back in Nexus. But it's still enough to draw people's attention.
Nice. Cool.
Okay. You now have some spending money.
Awesome. When we get to some shops that have some nice looking robes, I'm going to start buying them. I want to get some nice colorful outfits,
Okay. Noted.
Especially if there's any like turquoise outfits, I got to keep my stock of that.
All right. So, Dirham, since you are leading the way, I will take since you're trying to navigate based on what you see rather than knowledge of the actual layout of this city.
Yeah, and I will say this. Dirham is pretty much looking for the mark, and then he's probably going to look at Strings and Mountain and be like, go talk about it. And yeah, pretty much like the person that as he's searching for whoever he thinks would be
open to discussion.
Right, exactly. He's watching mannerisms of any of the vendors.
You're still trying to find the market district at this point.
Oh, okay, sure. That's fine. Yeah. Then,
so give me your perception awareness.
I just walk over to like a homeless guy and I'm like, whatever you say, Dirham. Hello, good sir. Show me your wares.
Okay.
You walk up to the homeless person.
God, no, put it away.
After he adjusts himself slightly after accidentally flashing you. What? I ain't got no wares. What do you want?
Sounds like you've got nowheres to be.
Never heard that.
I walk over to Dirham and I'm just like, what the hell? What did you mean to accomplish by that?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What is in your pipe? What are you doing right now?
What do you want from me? I'm just following orders. Okay, never mind.
I got 6 successes.
Okay, 6 successes.
Oh, nice.
It's not too hard to find the people walking away with their purchases and to follow them back toward a very sizable market.
Okay, now I start looking for a mark. Looking for the right person who pretty much, I'm watching the mannerisms of these vendors, looking for activity, sort of eyeballing which spots are doing very well and staying away from those. The places that are doing pretty badly, staying away from those as well. And I'm looking for someone who's got average looking business. There's enough that they're just keeping up with the activity so that once a couple more people were to filter in, they would need to maintain the process in order to keep up with their sales and their camaraderie.
So Mr. Charlie Brown Ordinary is looking for Mr. Charlie Brown Ordinary shop.
Yes, our kind find each other.
Okay, you can give me your perception awareness with a 2-dot stun.
I will say it's important to know what you like, you know?
Yeah.
Good grief.
That's important. Oh, that's
Now,
I'm a fan.
Adramalik arrives back at the scene with a fine scarf.
Strings. I thought you might like this. Here, this is for you.
I look at the scarf. I mean,
Okay, shall I describe the scarf?
do I think you
Yes.
stole it?
Well, that's up to you.
I purchased it, and I have a coin purse that's like jingling, so you can see. You know, I just came back from a shopping spree. Also, I got like a bag over my right arm with like robes. You can see like some black robes poking out. You can see some turquoise robes poking out. There's definitely some other like jingle jangly, like maybe some like necklaces and some rings like
You know,
in there too.
I'll take the scarf and I'll wrap it around my neck and I'll go, that's, you work fast. That's very thoughtful of you. Thank you, friend.
Of course. I thought, since you're into the whole like thing.
I'm into a lot of things.
No, you know what I'm talking about. And I like wink at him.
There's so many things that could be. I'm just.
I
like,
know. I look for the mountain for help. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about?
And I point at the scarf and I hold it up to you so you can see in finer detail. And as you look at like the texture of it, like in the stitching of this beautiful intricate scarf, there's like cherry blossom petals that are like interwoven, and it's like embossed like a pattern.
I
And
try not to be
You are
like
going
super
so hard.
enthused about this beautiful scarf, and I'm just like, oh, that's very kind of you, thank you. And I like throw it on, and I'm just like, I go and immediately show my horse. I'm just like, Invincible, look at me, and Invincible's like,
Adramalik is in full beach episode.
we're doing it, we're doing it.
So I got while all this is happening, Dirham, who's staring off into the distance, eyes glazing over as he's trying to find a vendor. I got a 3, and I'm also going to spend 3 motes to use my keen sight technique. Probably doesn't do anything to help me here, but
Makes 9s explode.
Using your keen sight technique, you are able to peer inside of the shop windows with ease to find the ones that have the most ordinary clothing, most ordinary shopkeep, and the most ordinary clientele. It's that shop over there.
is that the name of the shop? Just that shop over there is like in like letters.
Its name is Clothes Shop.
Oh, nice.
that's the place.
Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy our show. Come back June 7th for the next part of our adventure, or join our Patreon to check out the next part now. Next week is another Grab Bag Gaming, so come join us as we kick off a new system and a future Patreon-exclusive full campaign. Meanwhile, join us on Twitch for some live RPG gaming at twitch.tv/RPGblender. If you want to stay up to date on our releases, you can join us on Discord. Check the description for a link. Don't have Discord? No problem. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at RPG Blender, or subscribe on your podcast app of choice. Music is The Punk Rock Show by My Free Mickey. Copyright 2012, licensed under Creative Commons Attribution License. Thank you again, and remember, there's gaming outside the Forgotten Realms.